Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am up for another new video today. This is also going to be up on the Crafty Maven's YouTube channel. So what I have here is the second 2018 album that I have. And what I did was I went through and figured out what I needed to do to complete my album. I think I have about 60 layouts that I need to do before I have this album complete. Now, what I did was I just did placeholders. I don't have these photos yet, so unfortunately, I can't scrapbook the ones I don't have the photos for, but I do have lots of lots of photos and lots of choices that I can do. What I have decided to do is just go ahead and grab one. And I think I'm just going to start here. Since I can't do the birthdays because I don't have the photos yet, I'm just going to do this one. And this is movie tickets from where we saw Ready Player One. And I don't usually scrapbook a lot of movie tickets, but this time I'm going to because it has a big old story that I want to tell. So let's see what I can do. Now I have these great papers from Close to My Heart, and they are from my stash. Newer stash, but still from the stash. I really like these trees on the bottom of this paper, however, I am going to completely cover them up. Now this little popcorn thing has been in my stash forever. I have a whole, I wouldn't say a whole lot of them left. I do have some denim ones and a floral one still that has been there for years, probably a good 10, 12, maybe even 15 years this has been in my stash. So it's probably a good time that I finally used it. Now I just trimmed up a little bit of the movie tickets there that had some ripped edges on them, and that is because I plan on matting these movie tickets onto another piece of paper. I was actually looking for something to mat them on when I pulled that out and decided not to mat that, but rather to just use it as an element on the page. I did decide to go with this dark brown paper to mat my movie ticket stubs on. So I don't have a lot of color going on right now. I've got white tickets, and then the popcorn is basically a shade of white. And I've got the dark khaki colored striped paper in the background, and then I've got this green paper that has basically white on it. So not a whole lot of color on this one. So I wanted to do something that was still in that felt like not a whole lot of color but would give it a good contrast, and the way to do that is to go with a darker tone. So I went with that dark brown paper, and as you can see, it definitely gives the movie tickets a pop on top of all of kind of like these muted colors. So I've just layered that up there, and I'm just treating it as I would a photo. So since I am scrapbooking the tickets instead of scrapbooking a photo, I'm just treating them like a photo. And that's probably the best piece of advice I could give anyone that is about to start scrapbooking some ephemera, like real ephemera, not ephemera packs, like movie tickets, cards, badges, whatever you want to scrapbook, treat it like a photo. So I have pulled out the sticker sheet that came along with this collection from Close to My Heart. I don't even know what the name of it is, but I really like the greens and the pinks. So I decided to bring in the pink, and I'm just pulling some of the stickers that are more generic, and they aren't, you know, like Explore. Like, I'm not going to put the Explore sticker on this page, even though it coordinates with the collection, because it's not really about exploring, it's about how we went to the movies. So I've just pulled out more and more of these stickers because they're working, and there's enough of generic themed things on here that will go. Now I pulled out this Amy Tangerine sticker book from Shine On because I thought that I would be able to find some things, because I did know that it had the same kind of color tones in it. I decided not to go with anything. I did pull out these bows though, And that's kind of a big deal because I don't put a lot of bows on my layout. And these are double whammy bows because they're on top of paper clip. So I just pulled the paper clip off and then added some adhesive to the bow so it could go down on the layout. And the reason why I went with it was the colors were just too perfect for it not to be there. So I'm going to tuck the little hearts in back underneath of that bow because remember, I am usually a top-down scrapbooker. And then I'm going to layer that sort of like arrow-ish sticker on top of the label sticker there. And then of course I'm adding some more adhesive. And that is going to be it for the bows. So I have some enamel stickers. Once my stickers get down to like maybe 1 or 2 in a pack, I combine them onto one sheet just to be able to save room. Packaging and all that just drives me insane. So anytime I can lower the amount of packaging I have to store with my stash works for me. And plus, you can store more stash in your holder if you don't have the packages on it. Fun tip there. So now I don't know why I didn't keep that heart down there on the bottom because now that I'm watching myself doing it, I really like it. But, I missed it. So these are some Puffy stickers from, Pink Fresh Studio. And it has the same pink color in it. So I decided to throw that down as well. Just right on top of the doily to kind of fill in that little bit of gap of space that was there. It just felt a little awkward to me, so I needed to make that happen. Now these are Dear Lizzie thickers, and I could not tell you what collection they came from, but they are chipboard thickers, so of course, I'm going to have to add some adhesive to that. I just really wish that thickers could get their act together and actually make glue that sticks. I have thickers that don't even stick to their own packaging, which stinks. Now, I've said this before, and I'm probably going to say it again. This is Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive, and it is the best liquid glue I have ever used. It's actually the only liquid glue that I have stuck with. Any other time I've tried a liquid glue, it just ends up going in the little glue pile, and I don't use it. But this stuff, love it. I'm a little bit more than halfway finished with my bottle, so I'm going to have to get myself another one here shortly. So that is it for the embellishment of the page, besides these little enamel dots that I pulled in. And these are definitely a deeper toned green than any of the greens that are on the layout. And that is okay, because if you look, like the paper has the lightest, and then it gets a little darker, and then we have the bow, and that's a little darker, and then the little arrow thingies, they're a little darker, and then finally we get up to the enamel dots, and they are the darkest. And that works for me. I don't mind mixing tones of the same color at all on a page. And that's one way to get some variety onto your page without introducing a whole other color. Because really, the only other color I introduced here was pink, and didn't really want to add another color in after the pink. So now I'm just adding a little bit of more adhesive, because since I am a top-down scrapbooker, I don't like to adhere a whole lot, because I pick things up, tuck things underneath, and then once I'm finished with that page is when I usually add on a little bit of extra adhesive. Sometimes it doesn't make it onto the video, and sometimes it does. This time, just did. Now, here I am. My journaling is talking about how excited we were to see this movie. Everyone in our family, except for my husband, had read the book, and we were really excited to see what they could have done with the book on the screen. We were super disappointed in the movie, like almost ridiculously so. My youngest daughter and I would look at each other and we'd be like, that didn't happen, or what? We were just very highly, almost even offended. But I think that's the way it goes a lot of times with books that are turned into movies. The book is just always better. So I had a lot to say about that. and then a little bit more to say. So I added it down here at the bottom. And that is going to finish it up for this layout, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see some more of my stuff. Hit the bell if you want notifications. And leave a comment down below if you want to chat, and we can talk. I will see you guys real soon for another video. Thanks again for watching.